Welcome to another video here on Stuttering Free Diary. My name is Manolis, and on this channel, as usual, we talk about overcoming stuttering ideas, and I also share my story on how I was able to overcome stuttering. And as I say, if I was able to do it, so can you. Today we're going to talk about my visit to the farmer's market. So I went the other day to the farmer's market to buy a watermelon, and as I was talking with the farmer, he told me, interestingly enough, that in order for the watermelon to be tasty and not very heavy, you have to cut it. You have to pick it up and cut the stem at the appropriate time. So I would like to make the connection between 2 points where at first they might seem to be relevant, but they are not. They are very relevant after all. So what's my point here? Let's say when I joined the public speaking club in 2015 in Luxembourg, the meetings were taking place in English, not in Greek, my mother tongue. So why do I say that? Because if the meetings were taking place in Greek, I would never have trusted myself to even go there, because this would have hurt my ego to an extent that I wouldn't be able to just go with the flow and just speak in front of other people. So as with the watermelon, which by the way, the watermelon I bought, it weighed 8 kilograms, but if you leave it long enough, it will weigh around 25 kilos, so it will be very heavy to even carry around. So what's my point here? My point is that you have to be involved with people that you do not know well enough, so they can teach you something that can stick with you. So how do I mean that? When I joined the public speaking club, I knew there were people that I didn't know. So yes, they would evaluate me. They would teach me something or some things that I didn't know in regard to public speaking. But at the same time, they weren't that close to me. So I wasn't feeling under threat, if you will, under attack. I was under pressure, truth be told, but there is a fine line. As with the watermelon, there is a golden line between moving forwards and getting out of your comfort zone, but to an extent that will allow you to learn something. If the feedback or the criticism or whatever you may be taught is very heavy, it's very big, it's very intense to digest, then it won't get you anywhere. So it's up to you to find the people, the circumstances. It doesn't have to be public speaking or a public speaking club. It can be whatever suits your needs best, especially in regard to stuttering. I don't know what that would be. In my case, I thought public speaking, it's the other extreme point that would make the bigger difference, because I thought, oh, I can speak in front of other people and at the same time learn something, even though at that time I was stuttering very intensely. So it's up to you. Find something that is not very heavy to digest, if you will, and at the same time allow criticism, allow feedback, allow other people to evaluate you. And as let's say here that our ego is fragile at certain points in time, but there are certain buttons that we can push, and it's up to you to get to know your user's manual, if you will, and get to know your buttons, which buttons have to be pushed and which buttons are not to be pushed, in order not to get stuck. Because if you get stuck, you are neither gonna move forwards and nor are you going to learn anything. So that was today's message. There is always a fine line, a golden line between moving forwards or getting stuck. And especially in regard to stuttering, it's very essential to do something in order to establish a stutter-free pattern. So that was today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.